What's going on, guys? Welcome back to hashtag GSM for GM Season 4, Episode 43 here today in WWE 2K25 MyGM Mode. I'm Graham GSM Matthews. Hope you guys are doing well. We didn't book this week's show at the end of last week's episode. I had to run and cut it short quickly, but I already know what I'm going to book, so we'll get into it now. Penta asked for a match with Roman Reigns a few weeks ago. I promised it. I promised him that match at some point. He's going to get it tonight. So where's Roman Reigns at? Roman Reigns is going to face Penta. Honestly, I would love to fucking watch this match, but I kind of need to have Jey Uso cost him the match in case Roman loses again. So he's going to get involved, so we can't watch that match, unfortunately. And honestly, if we simulate it, there's a better chance Penta might win anyway, so I kind of like that. Jada Parker beat the WWE Women's Champion Becky Lynch last week. Candice has beaten Jada twice, so in my mind, that makes for a triple threat. Candice has not beaten Becky. I mean, she did beat her once a few months ago and then lost to her in a rematch for the championship. But we're going to do a triple threat for the title on next week's SmackDown. Tonight, though, we'll get the third round of Candice against Jada with Becky Lynch getting involved and going after Candice. So it doesn't really matter what the outcome is. We will wrap that feud up next week here on SmackDown. Aleister Black pinned Gunther on last week's SmackDown. So we're going to have them run it back in a rematch, this time non-title. Let's see if Gunther can get that win back, or if Black can this time beat the champ in non-title action after pinning him last week. In Finn Balor, we will have addressed Gunther following that match before they collide for the championship on next week's show. So we will do that there. Let's see. Jacob Fatu is going to call out Kane. I want to do a match between them for next week's show after Kane beat Roman Reigns. Fatu did not take that lightly. He wants a match with Kane on next week's episode. We're going to have Lita call out Julia after Julia cost Lita her match against Charlotte Flair last week. Julia wants a one-on-one match with Julia next week on SmackDown, and I don't think we've done that match yet. And if we have, as part of the feud, I don't think we've done the match yet. I think they just have done promos and whatnot. So we will do that match next week on the show. And then in tonight's main event, we will do the Backstage Brawl. It'll be my version of a contract signing, but I book it as a Backstage Brawl because you can't fucking do contract signings, but whatever. Seth Rollins and AJ Styles. We will do that here tonight. And Jimmy Uso's cleared. He's back, but we'll be reintroducing him next week. That'll be our show. We will do that in a second. We will be watching... we watched a lot with Black and Gunther. We'll watch Rollins and AJ. Maybe, I don't know, a Backstage Brawl probably isn't smart with these two, to be honest. I probably shouldn't do a fucking Backstage Brawl with these guys before they face each other for the title. Let's see. We'll probably do... let's see. We'll do this, but we'll do the injury card thing. Where is it? Well, we're not going to fix any matches tonight, but we will. Backstage Brawler we'll definitely do. And pre-match physio, reduce the probability that someone could be hurt. So let's do that for AJ. I don't really have a choice but to not do the Backstage Brawl, just based on how tonight's show's laid out. We'll just have to use that for AJ and hope he doesn't get hurt before the pay-per-view. So we'll do that. We'll do a Backstage Brawl. We are doing the Backstage Brawl, but we'll give it a higher rating than normal. Cool. One of these we'll use on Raw. Let's see. Power of the Punch. Fixed match. We'll use Power of the Punch. Boom. Fuck you, Raw. And, yeah, I think that's about it. Can never use this on Raw because they don't have any free agent signings, or they don't sign people temporarily, I guess, so we can never use that on them. Let's see, book show, we'll put that here. We'll put that one here as well. But I think that's it. So we're going to be doing Roman Reigns and Penta one-on-one. Jey Uso getting involved and costing Roman. Oh, we'll see. Maybe he won't. Maybe he'll just confront Roman afterwards. Jacob Fatu calls out Kane before their match next week. Lita will call out Julia before their match next week. Finn Balor will call out Gunther before their match next week. Gunther will take on Aleister Black in a rematch from a few weeks ago, this time non-title. Candice and Jada Parker Part 3 with Becky sitting in at ringside. And a backstage brawl that we will be watching between Seth Rollins and AJ Styles. So that's for tonight's show. We'll book next week's show at the end of this episode as well. So we'll get into it here. Confirm booking. Let's see, options. And we're in Florence, Italy tonight, which is so fucking random. That actually would have worked better for next week when we're in Julia's home country and she's wrestling, but whatever. We're not going to have her wrestle tonight. I think we're good. There's nothing else I really wanted to do with this show. So we'll get into it. We'll watch the quote-unquote main event. That, in my opinion, again, is a backstage brawl, or is a fucking contract sign. But that's the only option. We're not going to watch Gunther and Black again. We already watched that a few weeks ago. But anyway, let's get into it. Roman Reigns and Penta. A match that Penta wanted. 3. Roman Reigns beats Penta. All right, fine. Roman Reigns gets a rebound win after losing to Kane a few weeks ago. And Jey Uso confronts him afterward, and they will have their match on next week's show. With the stipulation, as we'll determine that next week. Or when we book, actually. We'll determine that at the end of this episode when we book for next week. Anyway, Fatu calls out Kane. Okay, promo. Simulates with Becky and Jada.
2, that's 3. Bring it.
Candice beats Jada again, dude. Wow, that is 3 straight wins for Candice LeRae over Jada Parker. We'll say that Becky got involved, but she inadvertently cost Jada the win. Lita calls out Julia. Rivalry grows. We're going to simulate this match with Gunther and Black. 1, 2, 3. Gunther beats Black. Okay. So he gets his feud, he gets his win back from last week after he got pinned by Black in that tag team match. And then Finn Balor calls out Gunther afterward. And we're going to be watching the main event. Backstage brawl. I mean, again, it's a fucking contract signing in my book, but I guess if we're watching it in canon, it's not. So whatever. Both guys kind of have low stamina. Maybe we can, next week they're not wrestling. The match for the WWE Championship is going to be happening at the pay-per-view. Next week's the go-home show. I'm going to have them do dueling promos. So they won't wrestle, thankfully. And then they'll have a match at the pay-per-view. We did the pre-match physio on AJ. Hopefully that helps, but we'll see. We'll say it started with a contract signing that descended into a backstage brawl, or a brawl, rather, outside of the arena. This looks like the fucking PC, even though we're on Raw, but whatever. Sling blade from Seth Rollins.
Just concrete and asphalt everywhere.
Okay, nice. Oh, not a roll-up, but a nice kick there from Rollins to AJ Styles. Kick from AJ to Rollins, more kicks. Nice, beautiful Pele as well. AJ is not challenged for the WWE Championship since last year when he fought CM Punk for the belt. I believe that was at the Backlash pay-per-view or Clash of the Castle or whatever it was. Back in championship contention following his recent victory over Jacob Fatu in a last man standing match. And Rollins now, oh, okay, trying to drag AJ to the corner here. It'll be a big show next week as we watch, we're not going to watch Roman and Jay. We'll probably watch, I don't know what we're going to watch, actually.
This is the most dangerous parking lot in
Ooh, nice jawbreaker there from Rollins.
High level ability being shown.
We might watch Kane versus Jacob Fatu, because next week we're doing Roman and Jay, but I'm having Jimmy get involved. Lita and Julia. Maybe. We might watch that. It's either that or Kane and Fatu, because Lynch, Parker, and LeRae, I don't know. I don't really want that to be where Lynch finally loses the belt. I feel like that'd be kind of underwhelming, just because Candice and Jada should not be those two. But I either have to simulate that match or Gunther's title defense against Balor. I'm not playing these matches, so we'll see. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do yet. AJ has Rollins now. I want both Becky and Gunther to retain it. If there was one that was more important to me, it's definitely Becky, because she's held the belt for longer, and I don't really want her losing in a triple threat. Gunther and Balor. If Balor beats Gunther for the belt, I would not completely hate that, because then we're going to turn around and do Punk and Balor at the pay-per-view. So, that's what we're building towards. Nice kick there from Rollins. Which would mean that regardless, we have to watch Kane and Fatu next week, so. It's not a match that means much, but it'll be a monster match of sorts. Oh, nice Pele kick there from AJ Styles. We already saw Kane knock off Roman Reigns, the unstoppable Roman Reigns, and Jacob Fatu could do the same. Knocking off Kane, not Roman Reigns, but we already beat AJ in a match a few weeks ago here on SmackDown. Rollins now, having been champion for a few months, successfully defending that championship against the aforementioned likes of Kane, Jey Uso, in his rematch of the championship. He never got CM Punk. Nice pedigree there from Rollins onto AJ Styles, right onto the concrete. Not enough to put him away yet. Oh, nice cone to the back of AJ.
Rollins known to be irritating. We're seeing no different now.
Oh my God, hitting him again with the fucking cone. Oh, missed the third time. Rollins takes it out of his hand. Or AJ does, rather. Back first, onto the cone. Oh, crotch first, actually, onto the cone. From AJ to Rollins. And he's going to get Rollins up now. Ooh, nice kick to the gut. AJ has Rollins up. Oh, nice neck breaker.
The parking lot is never the ideal place to settle your business, but here we are. Let's just hope the local medical facility is on standby.
AJ now, he's going to get Rollins in that calf crusher, looking to do some damage. And there's no tap outs, but he could weaken Rollins to the point where he gets the better of him and wins this backstage brawl. Rollins looking to get the upper hand on AJ, looking to take him out before their big match for the championship at Survivor Series. They've probably collided here on SmackDown before. I'm sure they have. It could have been even as recently as last year, but never in a big match scenario for a championship. Nice kick there from Rollins to AJ, and he's going to go for that curb stomp. And he connects. Not enough to put AJ away, though. AJ is still conscious. This backstage brawl rolls on. Gonna take AJ out of the car. I don't even know if he can drag him that far, but he's still unconscious enough for now. Not unconscious to the point where the match is over. Nice uppercut there from Rollins to AJ. There's that curb stomp. If he connects, oh, nice knee to the head. AJ kind of moved out of the way. Oh, he's going for the Styles Clash on Rollins, and he connects onto the concrete. He's got to hit more than that to put the WWE Champion away in this backstage brawl. Parking lot brawl, really. Oh, okay.
Right to the
AJ
knee.
going to work on Rollins' knee.
Well, this is really no place for a fight.
He's setting up Rollins. One more move could do it to put the WWE Champion out of commission. There it is, the pop-up Styles Clash. AJ wins. Gets the better of the WWE Champion in this parking lot brawl. Rollins is hurt. Fuck. I thought AJ might get hurt. Rollins ended up getting hurt. Fuck. Alright, we'll see what we could do with that information. 5 weeks? Rollins is our WWE Champion. Fuck. I don't know what we're going to do about that shit. I don't really want to take the belt off of Rollins either. I protected AJ to the point where I didn't really think about Rollins. I didn't think he'd get hurt. Fuck, that puts our main event in jeopardy. A 5-star main event, though. I mean, there is that. We have over $1 million. Not bad, not bad. Alright. SmackDown's still winning, but not by much. A little over 30,000 fans, which is good. Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Oh, Vito Champ. Oh, Vito Rollins, you go right the fuck ahead. It doesn't matter anyway. He's hurt. Penta says, hey, my contract is up at the end of the week. I'm going to extend his contract. I'm going to extend it. Not pay him a dime. Even though I have the money to do so, I can definitely afford to do so. Triple H just, hey, something came up, and Rollins can't be booked. Well, he's fucking hurt, so it doesn't matter. So that kind of worked out well. Jada said, I'd like to get as much in-ring experience as possible on part of my journey to becoming the greatest superstar. I feel like a no-holds-barred match would be perfect for me right now. Can you book me with one the next couple of weeks? I'll make it happen. I'll put her one in with Candace for sure. I feel like that makes sense. I could make the triple threat a no-holds-barred, but I'll save that. Jey Uso, I haven't had a match in a couple of weeks. Fans are starting to forget about me. Can you ever remember me on tonight's card? Yes. I was always gonna put him in a match anyway, so that makes sense. Okay, so what the fuck can we do about the Rollins situation? Real Steel, one randomly booked steel cage, ambulance match, okay. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do about this Rollins situation. We might have to hire someone in Rollins, not to put the belt on. We can't. I don't even know if we could take the belt off of Rollins, to be fair. I don't even know if I can fucking vacate the belt from him. Not that I would want to anyway. But anyway, let's also use the Money in the Bank thing. Why not? We're here. We're going to veto their champ for next week's show, because fuck Raw for that. Cool. We'll probably end up buying someone, but let's book this show first. Gunther and Finn Balor for the United States Championship. CM Punk is back. And he's going for Balor, because Balor was the one who took him out. We're going to do a triple threat tonight. Well, how long did Jada Parker want her shit with? 2 weeks? I promised Charlotte Flair 2 weeks of rest that week and this week. So I got to give Jada something. So I guess we'll make it tonight. I thought I could wait another 2 weeks for her, but I guess not. We got to do it tonight. Okay. I mean, actually, you know what? We could book Jada and Candace in a no-holds-barred match at the pay-per-view. I know that sounds crazy, but they're already feuding anyway. I don't know. Let's see. Let's do Kane and Fought 2. I know we're doing that match. We're doing Lita and Julia. Potentially for the first time ever. We may have already done it, but I'm not sure. As part of the feud, we have not. But prior to that, we may have at least once. All right, so with Roman and Jay, they've had a lot of matches. We did Underground last time. Let's do Steel Cage. Let's just say fuck it and do Steel Cage with Jay and Roman. Why the fuck not? And then have Jimmy get involved. Not for Jay, but for Roman. I want to turn Jay babyface and realign, because easy for me to say. I'm fucking stuttering saying Roman Reigns. Jimmy Uso is going to turn on Roman, and it's going to be Jay and Jimmy as a tag team taking on Roman and Jacob. That is my match that I would like to do, not at Mania, but on the SmackDown before Mania. So we'll put them in a steel cage tonight. Jay has not beaten Roman in a very long time. He's only scored one win over him. He has lost to him twice this year. He lost to him once last year. Maybe once this year and once last year, but he lost to him twice when they initially feuded years ago. That feud's been going on fucking forever. But anyway, self-promo for Aleister Black. Self-promo for Penta. So we have to figure out if we're hiring someone, and I think I'm going to. Let's go to Talent Scouts. We have to fill in someone for AJ to work with in the time being before Rollins comes back. There's Immortals, Legends, Icons. Let's look for Icons first. Specifically men. I mean, I could go Renowned Legends. Fucking Immortals. I don't really need to do that. We'll go Icons. Male. Let's go any role. Doesn't matter. I don't want to limit it. We'll go male. Icons, I think that's fine. We'll see who comes up, who we can hire AJ to work with for right now. All right, drum roll, boom. Bray Wyatt, LA Knight. Kira Tozawa, why the fuck is he under Icons, bro? The fuck is that about? Okay, so Uncle Howdy we had on the show. This is funny because we actually had Uncle Howdy, and Bray beat him to disappear from the show. I mean, Uncle Howdy was written off after Wyatt beat him in a casket match. So, I don't really want to bring back Howdy. I don't really have any. I like Uncle Howdy, but I thought that was the proper write-off for Howdy a few years ago. We could bring back Bray Wyatt, who has history here on SmackDown. Him and AJ doesn't really interest me. LA Knight does, though. LA Knight interests me, and I don't think we've done AJ and LA Knight. They may have been feuding a year ago. I gotta go back and check. I feel like they were feuding about a year ago. It may have been LA Knight and Finn Balor. But I gotta see. Let me see. Who is LA Knight working with? I don't even know if we had him at that point, actually. I thought we did. Okay, we haven't had LA Knight in a few years. At least 2 years. He may have been working with AJ Styles. I don't know. But either way, I want LA Knight back on SmackDown. 5 weeks. Makes sense. End of season. We'll go 5 weeks, and then we'll sign him for another 2 weeks if we have to. Yeah, I mean, we might as well just do it now. 20... yeah, let's go 6 weeks. Because we may not need him at WrestleMania, actually. And it's only an extra... It's only an extra $26,000 to bring him in. We'll just fucking sign him for the rest of the season. What the fuck? Why not? Why not? Alright, so we have LA Knight here on the show. LA Knight is back. And we'll do those two at the pay-per-view. Well, LA Knight call out AJ Styles. And I'm probably going to turn LA Knight heel, too, by the way. We'll call out AJ. We'll call out LA Knight. And that's how you set up their match at the fucking pay-per-view. There you go. AJ will call out LA Knight. Perfect. So we'll do AJ and LA Knight because it was supposed to be AJ and Rollins. That's not happening now, of course. We're not doing any title matches, actually, the pay-per-view. It's going to be Balor and Gunther, or Balor and Punk, and then AJ and LA Knight in 2 non-title matches. So that's pretty crazy. I mean, I guess we could do Becky defending her title at the pay-per-view, but we'll just do it tonight. Triple threat. Oh, you can't even do no holds barred? Fook. I don't know. Should we do Punk and... I feel like Jada Parker and Candice at the pay-per-view makes more sense. So not Balor and Punk. We'll probably save that for next week. Alright, let's just do a regular triple threat, because you can't do no holds barred, and I guess that doesn't count. Which is kind of weird. They have Extreme Rules, but not no holds barred, which is kind of fucking dumb. We will do those 3 for the championship. Perfect. And we're going to fix that match. We're going to simulate this, and if Balor wins the belt and ends Gunther's reign, that'll be huge. And then if Balor does become champ, then we don't have to do them. I guess that makes sense. I guess we wouldn't rush into... We probably shouldn't rush into Punk versus Balor anyway. Because what else are we going to do with Punk for the rest of the year? It's not like he's going after Rollins. That's fine. Alright, so we will simulate this match. We'll fix this match, have Becky win. We'll see what happens here with Balor in the title. We will watch this match, simulate and simulate. Alright, so we got to use the power card, fix match. Becky Lynch holding on to her championship. Because I still want to do Becky and Charlotte again at WrestleMania. I think at WrestleMania it's going to end up being Rollins and AJ and Knight, depending on what happens this weekend. Or AJ and Rollins one-on-one. I think it's going to be Rollins and AJ, and maybe Knight in a triple threat for the title. And then Becky and Charlotte for the championship. I don't know what's going on with the U.S. belt. I know we're doing Punk and Balor for the U.S. title or not. And the tag team match, Roman and Jacob versus the Usos, will also happen on the SmackDown before WrestleMania. So that's our tentative card. We'll put Becky Lynch. We're going to fix her match. Yeah, so she can definitely win this week. All right, so that's a pretty nice card for SmackDown coming up next week. Hope you guys enjoy that. Coming up next week here on the show, that'll be the go-home show before Survivor Series, which will not have any title matches, presumably. But I'm looking forward to that show, nonetheless. Should be a very good show. All right, guys. Well, actually, one randomly booked steel cage match will have a higher than normal rating. We're doing a steel cage match tonight, so fuck it. Let's buy it and use it tonight. We have the money for it, so why the fuck not? Cool. All right. That's our show. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I appreciate it. Be sure to like the video, subscribe. All that support's greatly appreciated. New episode coming out next week, so keep an eye out for it. Until then, guys, have an awesome one. I'm Graham G. Matthews, and I'll catch your ass down the road.